Assalamu alaikum. I am Sarwat Khanam. Today I am going to take a class for the SSC candidates on English second paper. Dear students, I hope you are all safe and sound and staying at home and maintaining social distance and also rules of health so that you can be safe from COVID-19. Dear students, today I will discuss on punctuation. This class will also benefit the students of 9, New 10 and the SSC candidates. Dear students of 10 who are going to appear SSC examination this year, you have already a revised syllabus for your coming SSC examination. Under COVID-19 pandemic, the board has given you a new short syllabus. So, some grammatical items have been excluded from your syllabus. Hence, the punctuation contains 5 marks, but there will be 20 problems for you to solve. So, you should be more attentive, careful, as you have to correct 10 wrong punctuation marks in your exam. So, dear students, as I noticed that many of my students have confusion about punctuation. Many of them do not even can recognize the punctuation marks correctly. Some of you cannot identify the marks and don't know the uses of these punctuation marks. So, dear students, today I am going to discuss with you about punctuation. Punctuation mark is very important as you have to write dialogue, completing story, and other writings. In all your writing parts, punctuation mark is an important factor. So you have to know the punctuation marks properly, the uses of punctuation marks, and this class will help you to have a revision on this particular grammatical item. So, dear students, look on the screen and listen to me. First of all, we are going to discuss what is punctuation. It is the name of the marks used in writing. When you write a paragraph, a letter, an essay, a story, a dialogue, we have to use some punctuation marks. So, it is the name of the marks used in writing. Essential sign to understand a sentence in correct way. Without punctuation marks, it is difficult for us to understand a sentence properly, correctly. Represent the expression and feeling in a sentence. As well, punctuation marks help us to express our feeling properly. Used to bring clarity and meaning in writing. Without proper punctuation marks, our writing can be unclear, vague. So, here, I hope now you can understand the importance of punctuation. So dear students, first of all, I am now going to tell you about the capital letters. Capital letters is also a part of punctuation. A capital letter is used at the beginning of a sentence. So we can say that capital letter is also a part of punctuation. All of you know that you cannot begin a sentence with a small letter. A capital letter is used at the beginning of a sentence. It is used with proper nouns. We have some examples here. The bear in the zoo was a big one. The sentence begins with the capital T. Cycling, here C is the capital C, is a good form of exercise. Similarly, on Saturday morning, we have inter-college football match. So all of these three sentences begin with the capital letter. Now, we are going to discuss on punctuation marks of different kinds. There are different punctuation marks that are commonly used in English grammar. These are full stop, question mark, exclamation point or exclamation mark, comma, semicolon, colon, dash, hyphen, brackets, apostrophe, and ellipsis. These marks are used for better understanding, correct reading of written text, whether read silently or aloud. If you read a passage or a topic loudly, you have to stop at different points. If there is a question mark, you have to pronounce in that way. So, whether the text is read silently or aloud, you have to read according to the punctuation marks. Here is an example for you. Will you buy my hair? Asked Della. Please notice my reading. Will you buy my hair? Asked Della. This is an interrogative sentence. So I read the sentence in that way. Then I pause for a while, as there is a full stop here. Will you buy my hair? Asked Della. I buy hair, said Madam. Take your hat off and let's have a sight at the looks of it. Down rippled the brown cascade. $20, said Madam, lifting the mass with a practiced hand. Give it to me quick, said Della. Oh, and the next 2 hours tripped by on rosy wings. So from here, we are going to practice the punctuation marks. First of all, we have to define the marks. We have to understand the marks, and then we will have some examples. We are starting with full stop here. Full stop is used to mark the end of a sentence. When we write a sentence fully, completely, then we put a full stop at the end of a sentence. Here is the example. Dhaka is the capital of Bangladesh. To shorten any full stop is used after some abbreviation. To shorten any word, full stop is used. So, please look at the examples. Is he King Philip's Jr.? Here, instead of writing the junior in full, we only have written JR and then we put a full stop here. We have not written junior fully, JUNIOR, but we only have written JR and then put a full stop to make it abbreviated. And come to the next example. This is the chamber of Dr. Rahim. Here we also have written only DR to write doctor. Instead of writing DOCTOR doctor, we have written only DR. Then come to the comma. Comma indicates a much shorter pause than a full stop. It separates the different parts of a sentence names in a list. When we write more than one name or more than one subject, we put a comma to make it separate. Here are some examples for you. We were late, although it did not matter. You need eggs, butter, salt, and cheese. Last one. I wore a red-colored, long and loose dress. So, these are all about comma. Then come to colon. Please look at the sign. 2 dot makes a colon. Colon is a punctuation mark consisting of 2 equally side-placed, one above the other on the same vertical line. 2 dots, one above the other on the same vertical line. This is called colon. Now, what is the function of a colon? A colon often precedes an explanation, a list, a quotation. Colon is used to introduce a quotation of someone else's words. These are the function of colon. Look at the examples. The hero of this film said, play hard, work harder. The dog trainer told us, love your dog and it will love you. Colon is also used to mention time. Dear students, look at the examples. 8:30 a.m. We put colon to mention the time. 9:30 p.m. Then come to semicolon and look at the sign, please. A dot above the comma. It represents a pause greater than a comma. Semicolon represents a pause, stop, greater than a comma. You have to stop or pause a little bit greater than a comma. It is used to separate the independent clauses of a compound sentence. In English language, it is most commonly used to link to independent clauses that are closely related in thought. Now here are the examples of semicolon. He always makes a good result. He has a sharp memory. Notice my reading. He always makes a good result. He has a sharp memory. John likes eggs. Jennifer does not. It was raining. The game was cancelled. The lady is old. She is also ill. So, dear students, you have noticed where I paused a little bit more than the comma. Now come to the question mark. You all know we usually use a question mark after writing an interrogative sentence. It is a punctuation mark that indicates an interrogative clause or phrase. It is not used for indirect question. They are also known as interrogation points. So, instead of interrogation mark, it is also called, you can use interrogation points. Here are some examples of question marks or interrogation points. Are you leaving Dhaka? What's your name? Have he bought the book? Why did you do that? The teacher said to me, where are you going? Now, we are going to discuss an exclamation mark or exclamation point. You all know what is an exclamatory sentence is. By these sentences, we express our feelings, our sorrows, our wonder, our joys. So, we have to put the exclamation mark after expressing our feeling. Whether it can be our joy, it can be our sorrow, it can be our wonder. It is a punctuation mark usually used after an exclamation to indicate strong feelings or to show emphasis. Feeling of joy. The boys said, "Hurrah, our team has won the game." Feeling of sorrow. Alas, we could not save him. Excitement. I can't want to go to Disneyland. Surprise. Oh, you already brought a new car. Emphasizing. No, we don't want to go to the party. So these are all about exclamation mark. So dear students, here is an example for you. Son, have you finished your cooking, mother? My time is up. Please notice the uses of punctuation marks here. If I do not start now, I will again be late today. Not been there. I will need only 10 minutes more. By this time, you dress up yourself. I have already done it. Now I am waiting for food. This is an example of various punctuation marks. There is another example. And now we are talking about dash. It indicates additional information with more emphasis than a comma. Indicates a pause, especially for an effect at the end of a sentence. Dash contains extra information. Examples of dash. She is an author and a very good one too. We all know what to expect, the best. Self-centered person can never be happy. Mrs. Rahima is Rini's mother-in-law. Please notice the uses of dash. In the first example, she is an author and a very good one too. This dash here works most like the comma, but the gap is a little bit longer than the comma. We all know what to expect, the best. Now come to the third one, self-centered. We used a dash between self and centered. And the last one, mother dash in dash law. These are the uses of dash. Now the apostrophe. Apostrophe denotes the ownership of something. Example, this is Ayan's book. We use an apostrophe S to mean that this is the book of Ayan. We have written this is Ayan's book, book of Ayan. So this apostrophe S denotes the ownership of Ayan. She is Ayan's sister. It also shows the omission of a letter or letters when two words are contracted. Here are the examples. Don't walk on the grass. We have used here an apostrophe instead of writing do not walk on the grass. We have written here don't walk on the grass. It's nobody's fault. We have used apostrophe S in two places. First one is it is. We have written it's. Nobody's. We have used another apostrophe S. Then number 3, he is from Rangpur. Let's begin the work. Instead of writing let us, we have used an apostrophe S and we have written let's begin the work. So dear students, now I am showing you an example of different punctuation marks. First, you notice the first exercise. Read it very attentively and try to put the punctuation mark properly. Correct punctuation mark in correct places. Why are you going to Borisha? Said father. I want to buy some important book, said son. Do you need money? Yes, father. Don't go alone as time is not going well. Ratul, my friend, is going with me. So don't worry, said Sad. Do I know him? Yes, you know him well. This is the passage. Now we are going to put some punctuation marks where these marks are needed to write the passage correctly, properly. Look at the solution. First one is the interrogative sentence. Why are you going to Bodishan? put the interrogation mark and inverted comma as it is a direct space. Say it further, full stop. The second sentence, I want to buy some important books, comma, and this sentence you must keep it in the inverted comma. Say Sat, full stop. Do you need money? Again, it is an interrogative sentence and you have to put the sentence within inverted comma. Yes, comma, father. Then put the full stop. And now move to the next sentence. Don't go alone. Dear students, here we write don't using the apostrophe S. Do and N apostrophe S, then T. We have written don't instead of do not. And here I have used the apostrophe S. Go alone as time is not going well. Full stop and close the inverted comma. Ratul, comma, my friend, comma, is going with me. Put the full stop. So don't worry. And here you will complete the inverted comma. Said Sat. Do I know him? Again, this is an interrogative sentence and put the sentence within inverted comma. Yes, comma, you know him well. And close the inverted comma. So dear students, here are some exercises for you. Please take the screenshot of these exercises and try to solve these exercises at home. I hope today's class will help you to put the punctuation marks correctly. So dear students, please take the screenshot of these exercises and please practice at home. Dear students, that's all for today. Please stay at home and read attentively and be blessed. Goodbye.